Ka Elyon Institute lengba ka Farming Department jong ke institute menta ka sngi ka khatnyo trik jomang arja pusal ka laban pelong ya ka jingsa mi ki certificate but ki startup tools shalai phongwat ki bala pendap ya ka training agro based food processing training hakati ki sngi lawan badon kat do district horticulture officer Ribhoy district kum kongsan ka junior rural development officer ka umling CNRD block kum ka sembut kongsan ka kong Stephanie M Nongbri skill development Ribhoy but ki official ka Elyon Institute haba ajing kran nakaliang kinongkran jong ki office sarkar kiloong ba nakaliang ka sarkar kinang treshi tom ban penyo ya ki brio jong kini ka dong kathan ya kum kini ki jai training bat ki we pat ki jingeram ban kentiu ya ka yo ka kot jong ka dong ba kathan Ribhoy hi borok kawai UDHO Ribhoy district roong nang ba kini ki jai training kin pendunai ka jing sap e ki so bat ki marbam ki bami na Ribhoy district ha ka ba na lor ka badai kum ki so lashnaru ban pelong jam ki met ki chips bat ki we dia Hakaning program na ajing kairu lang by kong Virginia Marbo Technical Associate jongka food processing Ribhoy halor shibun ki ja scheme bat jingerap ki ba anai da sarkar kum juru ka rukom le khuai bat rukom song lani ka packaging ki marbam ki ba ken sapen mi
vegetables and other crops. But unfortunately, there are a lot of losses happening because we do not have enough storage facilities. The government is trying very hard to provide the storage facilities. It's happening, but then there is still a long way to go. Because of lack of storage, we have a lot of wastage in food products and produces. So the solution to the wastage of food produce is through processing of foods. For processing of any kind of product, we do not need a very first quality or high grade crop or produce. So these are somewhat the produces which are not sellable. These are buyers, they are not willing to buy. Say for example your khasi mandarin or your pineapple, your strawberries. So these, instead of wasting, you can always process them into jam, jelly and other products. So this is where food processing plays a very, very important role, and it's very encouraging to find such organizations coming forward and giving support to you all. First you were trained and you have got your certificates, congratulations for that, and today you are getting a startup kit to start in a very small way your journey of entrepreneurship. This is not only for solving the problem of wastage. By this, you can also improve your livelihood. In short, this is a livelihood opportunity for all of you. And I'm happy to say among all the ladies, there is one chance here, one male, the lonely star. And I'm sure in one day, he'll become the shining star. Okay. Now, as I've told you, this is a small step to start with. That's why it is known as a startup kit. So, to carry forward your journey, to grow, you have to grow. You cannot remain yourself to a small unit. You have to grow. You have to try to compete in the local market. You have to try to compete across the state, beyond the country also. It's not difficult. And it's not impossible, but then you have to take keen interest in the work you have taken up. So we as a Department of Agriculture Farmers Welfare, we separately have a Director of Food Processing. And we have a representative from there called Begonia is there. She will be talking to you about the details, the schemes which you can avail. Now we have moved the first step. The second step you have to grow. That is where we step in to support you. Okay? But one thing I would like to request you, do not depend on government full support all the time. Government is willing to give, but subsidy. Why the subsidy is important? Because once the subsidy is given, say 50% to 75% or 35%, depending on the schemes, you also put in your own money, and then you have a feeling of ownership. Once you put your own money into any kind of business, then you have a feeling of ownership. That is why it's very important, instead of going for grant, it's very important for the entrepreneurs to come forward to contribute on their own. So it's a very good step we have taken by the organizations. So there's a long way to go. I will not speak about the details of the schemes, but in a very brief, we are supporting you to put up food processing units at 50% subsidy cost. And we also have schemes for packaging. Now once you have a startup kit, now you are going to have your product. A very important point to remember is you have to maintain certain standards. Because the consumers, they may buy once, but unless and until you maintain your standards, that's why we have FSSI. So it's very important for you to have the registration. And the next important thing is you should have a very good packaging. In olden times, we used to see the very good quality honey, but they are packed in a bottle of alcohol. It gives a very bad shape. But a lot of things, a lot of improvement has taken place over the years. Now you see very good packaging honey also. And I'm sure your jam, jelly, whatever comes in the market, you should stretch on the packaging. So there's a separate scheme for packaging also. Government is willing to extend the support for packaging as well. So once you have a product in place, it has to look attractive, firstly, and secondly, the quality. Suppose I buy a product today from the roadside, and if I do not like the taste or find something adulterated, I'll not come again. So it's very important for all of you to maintain the standard quality, not only of taste, because once you have got your certificates, you have to move a step forward. You need to have a nutritive value. On a particular bottle, if you show the nutritive value, people are very conscious nowadays. The consumers are very conscious about the health. If you have a nutritive value where you can show the amount of calories, the vitamins, the minerals, then people will be attracted by that. For that, we have to go for a separate kind of test. And unfortunately, in Meghalaya, we do not have a test. We have to go all the way to Guwahati, but then it's worth it. Once you have this, you will have a very full-fledged packaging material, and we as a department can also support you to send you to different state level events where you can showcase your products. We can also sponsor you under different schemes to go outside the state also. And God willing, with the blessing of God, you may get an opportunity to go outside the country, which has happened. If you, for your kind information, there is a Eastern Ribhawai farmers organization, organic farmers, they have been to Dubai to showcase their products. So you can take the example from your own district. It is not impossible. Everything is possible, but only thing, your intent has to be very, very clear. Okay? Your intent has to be very clear, and put all your efforts, and whatever help you need from our department, we are always there. My office is in Sidon, District Horticulture Office, and we also have called Begonia. She is an expert in food processing. From time to time, she goes on giving training and awareness. And a very important thing, today I came to know that she has, we have a program known as Jackfruit Mission Jackfruit. Under that, we give up to the tune of 5 lakhs, like 3 lakhs, nano processing unit. For that, we have to get a separate training in Indian Institute of Hotel Management. Once you are given a training, you get a certificate, then you are entitled for that. But that's a subsidy scheme, right? It's a grant. But for that, you need to have a FSSI certificate, registration. Once you have that, you can approach her for undergoing the training, and then you will get a grant of 3 lakhs for the nano unit of jackfruit processing. It is only for jackfruit. There, I am told there are about 20 products you can make from jackfruit. And if you go around, you will see a lot of jackfruits are just lying, wasted. Because people here are not very fond of jackfruit. That's why when I was in Karwil, they say it's a Bangla fruit. Bangla fruit means it is very, very in high demand in Bangladesh. Even if you go to Dauki area, there's a high demand for jackfruit. But here, people are just throwing. But instead of throwing, you can process it. So you can come forward. Once you have your FSSI certificate, you can come forward. And I'll not take much of your time.
Kung mga yung mga clients ng kita ada tu jual buku hakenok tersebut kene kam ya hamwa kam ayu kanam sesok gitu tu kalau kum haka tu kajian tu karena ke Bible mo ya kita kisah nu berubah ay kita lagi mo san talen south talen like dan east talen di itai bayo dunatang ila amil kurino hakan lo dinen di kami kita kiwe kiba pedun kami talen ila nang multiply kamu kinang penbun susu te ila yo jikir puru te itai baburi bro kami dinen te kata kamu idon lu sha ini no te kumtahi ga kadi kaduksa itu ba ya kata ya training ke bawah ladan nota ya harai yo let's say don bring the fish bala don dalam lipa de pinang pengi pinang presitong te kane kanang ya no pi nang talu naka yang di department bukan pinang kwa menyerap de piru bawa pinang ya presitong te takuntahi ke all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Kan kalau belum sudah lah naik kenal ayuan beli ya terkadang kuat pilih dia pilih IT pendan kamu itu buat nggak beli review like